first met Nancy back in 2005. I was interviewing to be a law clerk in the district attorney's office. And so I really boned up for the interview, studied everything I could. She threw me a kind of a fact scenario and asked me how I'd handle it. And I'll never forget it. She had said, "Look, Eric, I want to know what you'd do if a car was stopped in Oakland and it was a bad guy that we had been following all the time, and he had 100 pounds of drugs in the car, but the officer told you right before he went to testify in court that he really didn't have a reason to stop the guy. He just stopped him because he knew he was a bad guy." She said, "What would you do?" And I panicked, didn't really know. I knew that if you're a hard charging prosecutor, you say you put him away at all costs, but really ethically you're supposed to dismiss a case like that and the bad guy gets to go. And I told her I think I would probably dismiss the case. And after I had started working that summer, that I went up to Nancy and I said, "Nancy, that question that you asked me, it really was a curveball. I didn't know what the right answer was." And she told me, she said, "You answered it the right way, you got the job." But she said, making sure that we do the right thing in this office, making sure that we do justice is the most important thing that we do. We're not here just to win trials, we do justice.
When I was little, if there were bullies that were bullying the younger kids, I wasn't afraid to throw my books down and say, "Okay, I'll fight you." And nobody ever fought me because, of course, bullies are big chickens in reality. And so I think that I developed that I have the strength and the ability to help other people who are being taken advantage of or something, and I use that. We've been leading the fight around the issues like human trafficking and sexual assault and domestic violence. We had the first family justice center in the country, and now there are 17 across California, and there are about 150 across the country. We have really brought human trafficking into the limelight and all of the efforts to combat human trafficking. And that's been very rewarding and also very important, because we still had communities across this country and even in our own state that didn't think they had human trafficking in their communities. And we've shown them otherwise. I had a great college experience at Cal State East Bay and really got exposed and really inspired by the political science professors. It was a class that literally prepared me for the job I have right now. And the teacher was incredibly stimulating. It was Malcolm Smith, and he would challenge us. He'd throw things out, very controversial, just to spark the discussion point. My passion is really about being a voice for people that don't have a voice or don't have the training or the wherewithal or the authority to stand up in a courtroom and say, "I was wronged." That really drives me, is service. It drives me every day, not just in the criminal justice arena, but in the volunteer work that I do, on boards where I sit. It's really for me about helping society be better and make a better place for people to live. My name is Nancy O'Malley, and I'm the District Attorney of Alameda County, and I am a pioneer.